Pretty quiet across Central Texas and likely going to stay this way as we go through the next 7 days. There is a chance of a front. Kind of models even flip-flop on that as we went through the last 24 hours there at the end of the 7-day. I'll show you that coming up. That would really be our next chance for a big cool down. The energy that moved through gave us all the scattered showers as we went through the afternoon and evening hours and even lingering through the overnight hours. That's well off towards the east of the Mississippi now, lifting through the southeast U.S. And we're going to be quiet here as we go ahead and look at the jet stream. You got your polar jet that's hanging off towards the north, and you got your subtropical jet. The reason I show you these is because they're going to be flattening out as we go through the next 7 days. Call that a zonal flow. So with the polar jet staying off towards the north and pretty much west to east, that's going to keep the cooler air off towards the north. You need those big dips in the jet stream to bring that cool Canadian Arctic air down the plains into the southern portions of the U.S. But with it staying zonal here for the next several days, we're not going to see any big cool downs, and we really just don't have any disturbances riding along the subtropical jet here to bring really any great rain chances. What we are going to see, though, is high pressure developing in the next 24 hours across southeastern U.S., Georgia, South Carolina, and with that, we're going to see moisture really starting to build in. You're already noticing that today. Dew points have really climbed over 20 to 30 degrees here in just the last 24 hours. I always show you that. It's always a good thing when we're talking about storm systems coming in. You need that moisture in the lower levels. But what it's going to do for us is just make it sticky out there as we go through the rest of the work week and into the weekend. When the dew points get in the 60s again, that's when you can feel it. Much drier air out towards the west. Now we're going to see pretty much a dry line developing tomorrow. High fire danger out towards the west. Strong southwest winds, some dry air. Dry air heats up faster. It heats up a lot more than this moist, sticky air out here towards the east. It's going to be warm. It's going to be muggy east. It's going to be hot and dry out towards the west, and it's going to be windy for all of us. And wherever that dry line sets up, and it's going to be really close to Waco and Temple, is going to really challenge our temperatures. We're going to see quite the difference. The warm, muggy air is not going to heat up as much. So we're going to see areas east of 35 hanging out in the 80s, lower to mid 80s. We're going to see areas out to the west, upper 80s, and a lot of 90s. As we go into tomorrow morning, deep moisture out towards the east is going to build some cloud cover at least to I-35, maybe a little bit farther west. And we'll see decreasing cloud cover east of 35 as we go through the day. A lot of sunshine out towards the west. You can see that dry line right there, that convergence of southerly winds and westerly, southwesterly winds. Not expecting any rainfall with it. But again, watch the temperature difference as we go into the afternoon tomorrow. You're going to see temperatures on the west side of the dry line, wherever it sets up, jumping out into the 90s. This is just one model run here, but again, look at the areas out towards the east only hanging out in the 80s, but it will be sticky out there for our guys out towards the east. Gonna go with a mix there, somewhere up there around 89, 90 degrees. If the dry line goes just a little bit further east, we'll see that dry air warm up towards 90. Why is that significant? Because the record for tomorrow is 88 degrees. So we're going to be in record high territory after being in the 50s yesterday. And then overall, again, I showed you that we're just looking to be pretty quiet here for the next several days. Temperature is going to be hanging out above average, but overall in the lower to mid 80s, and then maybe tracking the cold front as we go into next Wednesday. But that one's got some question marks with it, Doug. Lots of question marks.
We just can't get rid of the 80s.
We can't.
They're like our besties that won't leave.
This is my first full fall in Central Texas.
It's one of those like
just like
relatives
outstayed the
that
welcome.
just, yeah, exactly. Not that I have any relatives that do that. I just want to clear that up.
And I just got married, so I'm not to that level yet. You know, first couple months, I love everyone. The whole family's great. I'm kidding, honey.
Stick around.
Yes.